Have you been in a toxic relationship before and want to avoid this happening again? Maybe you have a friend who's experienced it and you want to make sure it's something that never happens to you. Well, keep watching to learn how to identify these behaviours early so that you can walk away early. This video is part 2, so make sure you've watched part 1 before continuing. Hi, I'm Rachel Wood, relationship and life coach with Creative Pathways Coaching. Check out the info in the description about what resources we can offer you, including courses to increase your confidence and self-worth so that you are in the best possible position to find a healthy relationship. So now let's begin. We all can think of one relationship or friendship whereby we've identified it as toxic or has had some toxic elements. I don't know about you, but I've felt like a fool on many occasions when I've not identified these behaviours and just responded in the way that they wanted me to. If you felt like this too, just remember that it's human and natural to believe in the good in others. And look, it's better to continue with this belief than to become cynical regardless of the provocation. I will mention later in this video about some of the things you can do to minimize the possibility of attracting a toxic person. But let's continue with identifying the toxic behaviors right at the start. Number 7, gets annoyed or angry by service people when you're around them. So, this is such an obvious one, but most of us actually let it go. If they treat people lower than them in a horrible way, how are they going to treat you further down the line? Number 8, lots of gossiping about other people, about, really private stuff. Now, I'm not a fan of gossiping, but this in itself is such a clear sign of a toxic person. If they're gossiping about other people a lot, it means that they're probably telling others about your private details too. And again, no respect for you. Number 9, they don't take care of their stuff very well. So with this one, you're sort of thinking, this is a bit picky, Rachel, like a bit picky. Except, if you can really go along with me on this one, if they treat their stuff that they own with little disregard, the same thing will apply to you further down the track. So the guy that might have pride in his car and takes care of it pedantically, maybe the things that he values, he takes care of. And that's what you need to think about from this. If he or she takes care of the stuff that they value, they will probably not take you for granted, but value you for who you are. Number 10, they don't answer your texts in a timely manner, playing little games with you when responding. So this again is about testing your boundaries to see how much you will chase them. If you chase them, they have the power, so really watch for this. And yes, for a toxic person, most of what they do to you is about attaining and keeping power. Underneath, they feel powerless and need to take it from someone else. They test you frequently to see if you will give up your power to them. After that, once you have given them the power, there's a lack of respect from them. Now, power sharing does not occur in any way in a toxic relationship, meaning that one person is overly passive, whether they know it or not. And while the power struggles are normal in any form of relationship, toxic relationships are characterized by one partner absolutely insisting on being in control in some way. Keep in mind though that methods used by the individual to control his or her partner in a toxic relationship may or may not be readily obvious, even to their partner. So let's look at how you can minimize the possibility of attracting a toxic person. Number 1, take responsibility for you. If you want equal power in the connection, then you need to take responsibility for you and your feelings. It's very easy to allow someone to take some of the power in the relationship, to give them the power, but long term, it's very dangerous for you. Number 2, identifying your personal boundaries and making sure that they stay firm. Now, it's easy to let someone step over them a bit when you really like them, and then give an excuse for them in the end, but it will be at your expense. You are the only person who is responsible for your boundaries, no one else. So make sure that you're being responsible for you. Number 3, check in with your own self-esteem and self-worth. Are you looking for validation from them? Are you looking for approval? Are you being who you really are in the relationship? For you to have a clear and upfront relationship with someone else, you need to be consistently clear about who you are, what you want, and what you won't tolerate. So be yourself and not someone else. Number 4, check in with your intuition. If it doesn't feel right about this person for some reason, regardless of whether you can or can't identify the reason, let them go. There's a bad vibe there that you probably don't need to learn more about, really. So if you feel you need to increase your inner strength, confidence, or just work on some of those issues around your self-esteem, check out the info in the description below about what resources we at Creative Pathways Coaching can offer you, including online courses to increase your confidence and self-worth so that you are in the best possible position to find and maintain a healthy relationship. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel below to see any future videos. I post a new one every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, depending on your time zone. And if you have any comments about what I've spoken about today or suggestions for future videos, please put them down in the comments section below. And remember, you can book a coaching package with me or check out my other coaching resources on my website. And subscribe to Creative Pathways Coaching Instagram and Facebook. Links are in the description below. And I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.